So, today we are going to talk about preconception. So, what is preconception and how is it important? So, this is basically according to Garbha okay? So, I'm sure all of you know what is a preconception and how you're supposed to go ahead with that medically, correct? So, now we will go through our Garbha So, how we go through the preconception, the methods we follow through Garbha Sanskar and how it is useful. Okay, so first and foremost, let's see, what exactly, we are supposed to do. So, like I mentioned in the last session, so there are 16 sanskars in every human. Okay, in every human we have 16 sanskars to be followed. Okay, the first one is the Garbhadan Sanskar. Okay, the first and foremost sanskar is our Garbhadan Sanskar. It is the first rite we follow. Okay, so now the main purpose of this. So the main purpose of this is to have the best fetus or to have the best child or children. Okay, like how we say to have the best progeny. Okay, so it is that. So parents who are desiring to have children and who would like to have this complete journey with a lot of peacefulness and happiness can actually go through this Garbhadan Sanskar. So this is a ritual which is performed to for the purification of their body and the mind before the conception. Okay, that is before the child is born. So various pujas and rituals are performed. So usually this can be performed after the marriage or during the marriage as a part of this, but a few of them do perform this after the marriage. If at all you have not performed this kind of rituals, you can still go ahead and do the rituals. This is the first and foremost, which you can take a step to perform. Okay, this is like a ceremony before the conception to ensure that you have a healthy and a divine kind of a fetus. Okay, so basically, the husband and the wife agree to have a child and they raise a family together by performing this Garbhadan Samskara. Okay, yes. Now, moving ahead, a lot of you will have a lot of questions like, when can we start this Garbha Sanskar? How do we start it? Can we, like do it? Or should it be performed since a long time? Because I remember telling this, it has been like a spiritual one, since ancient time, like 60 years ago, it has been performed. Yes, I agree to all of that. But you can plan this before 6 months of the pregnancy. You have, okay, so if you're planning your pregnancy, and you can start planning this Garbha Sanskar part 6 months before the pregnancy. So make routines for your meditation, your prayers, your positive thoughts, chanting, and you can start performing your yoga. Okay, I'll come to each one of them. So, coming to meditation, I know meditation is a very vast subject. So, meditation need not be just sitting at one particular place and closing your eyes and focusing on some thing, some particular part, or particular part of your mind, or an object, or just listening to a script or to any of the teacher. Okay, it meditation can be just a 5 minutes. A meditation can be 10 minutes or 1 hour long. But so if at all you're not used to doing meditation, it can be a difficult task for you, right? So what you can do is you can just start as a beginner. You can start with pranayama practices, okay, the breathing practices. Slow down, and you can, there's a lot and lots of technology now. It is so improved that you can start using those 5 minutes meditation or a 1 minute breathing meditation. Just focus on your breath for 1 whole minute. Focus on your breathing for 5 minutes. Slowly increase it to 5 minutes. And yes, that is the meditation, okay, to calm your mind and also to calm your body. Okay, next, prayers. What kind of prayers? Prayers need not be a religious prayers itself. It can be spiritual. It can be just in your own words. You need not, let's go chant a big long mantras all the time. Yes, of course, these are also very good and it has positive effect. But yes, prayers can be like just your prayer from your own words. Just whomever you like, just go there, sit down at one place. Need not be a puja room as well. Just sit down at one nice clean place and then just pray for whatever you want. It can be your own words. Why I'm repeating this again and again is nothing can be as big as your desires, right? So you can do this. And positive thoughts, so make sure that you have positive thoughts, like as in you're going to have a beautiful fetus very soon, and then you're going to raise the child in a very good, you're going to have a healthy pregnancy. Don't have a thoughts like whether I'm going to be a mother or whether I'm going to be a father. Okay, so whether I'm going to have this child, whether I'm going to become pregnant, I don't want you guys to have those negative thoughts. Okay, and then chanting. Coming back to chanting, yes, there are beautiful chanting. If at all you are used to chanting, you can go ahead and chant those Sanskrit verses. Or if you're not, if you want to learn, then very good, you can learn. This will create a positive energy around you. If not, the simple chanting like your Gayatri mantra, okay, or just Omkara, just chanting Omkara for 3 times, or as number of times as you want, like 21 or one or eight, any number of times. Okay, but with your complete attention to it and complete breathing. Next comes to yoga. So you can start practicing fertility yoga. Okay, both husband and wife can practice fertility yoga. As I repeat, husband and wife, it's not always the mother who is into this journey, it is both mother and the father into the journey. Okay, so both of you can practice fertility yoga, and how it benefits you, so which I'll be covering in the next classes or next sessions. So yes, start doing these things to make yourself calmer and make yourself pure, like I mentioned when we're doing Garbhadan Sanskar. Okay, next, purification of the food habits is a must. And food habits, like you need to cut down of a lot of food which is not good for your health. And purification of your thoughts is very much important, and the activities what you perform is also necessary. Okay, so food habits, thoughts, and activities purification is very much necessary. Next, say goodbye to all your addictions well before 6 months. Just if at all you're into any of the addictions, just say goodbye to all of that. Next, do not excessively use your mobile phones or your TVs, your laptops, or don't keep watching cinemas, like, the movies. So sometimes movies do have effect, like on our mind, okay? So it does have effect on our mind. So if at all you watch some strange movies, it can take up to 2 days for us to come out from that, correct? So don't indulge yourself in such kind of movies or activities now. Okay, if at all you're planning for your preconception. So next, also cut down on usage of the chemicals on your body. The chemicals can be any kind of chemicals. Okay, so on your body, like externally or internally, the medications, if at all it is not mandatory. Next, social media. Try to distract yourself a lot from the social media, because not everything you see on social media is true. Not everything is false as well. Okay, but for you to sort it out, for you to filter it out, it's going to take a lot of time. So, and you are going to just indulge yourself into either reading out about that, sorry, or a lot of other things like online shopping and so many things. Okay, so just don't use all of this excessively. Next, make sure that you get all your medical tests, like medical point of view, medical tests like pathological tests, like your blood sugars, or your other routine investigations, like your hemoglobins, and blood pressure, and a lot of other tests which is required before your conception. Okay, so just go to the doctor, take an appointment, meet the doctor, meet your obstetrician, and just do all of this. Even these are necessary, okay, to see that your body is free from any kind of condition. And if at all you have any condition, take the proper treatment and purify yourself from this. Next, make sure that to improve the metabolism in your body, you have to balance three doshas. Okay, what are the three doshas? That is vata, pitta, and kapha. So take a proper advice about this from a ayurveda expert if possible. Okay, next, start reading good books, good novels, good books which has good effect. Okay, so these are very, very important as well. Okay, now the time of impregnation. The time of impregnation is nothing but the time of um, uh, you have a, what do you call, so how do you explain this? Yes, the time when you plan that I should become pregnant. Okay, so this is the time. Okay, now I'm going to explain about this in detail now here. So again, according to the scripture, so the scripture, as in according to the scripture of the Charaka Sanhita, the evening, the midnight, and the midday time is not the proper time for fertilization. Okay, I repeat, the evening, midnight, and the midday time is not a proper time for the fertilization. Okay, so the best time is spring and monsoon is the best time for fertilization. And the day of no moon or a full moon, then 8th and 14th lunar day and eclipse is not believed to be the time period for fertilization. Okay, so it is recommended to have a good mental condition at the time of fertilization. So make sure that you're not under too much of pressure. So make sure that you don't go with any of the thoughts, negative thoughts, and also the surrounding, the people around you should be as less as possible, because they will have an impact on your mental condition. So now, according to Ayurveda, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. in the night and 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning is the best time for the proceedings. Okay, so I know these times look very different from what as usual are it happens during our journey or during our lifestyle. But yes, this is the best time to have the proceedings, 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. in the night, and 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning. Next, so 8 to 22nd day from the beginning of your menstrual cycle is more likely to be fruitful for the fertilization. So this will also be explained by your the treating doctor, or your consulting doctor as well. So also most of you know about this. So next, you have to not just the timings or the dates, the aesthetics of the bedroom is expected to be beautiful, clean, and decorative. Okay, yes, it is completely required, because this has an impact on your mind again. Okay, so the use of aroma oils, like aroma of lily or rose flowers, and use a melodious music, use white bed sheets and white curtains if possible. This gives more supportive and likely environment. Okay, so it's also advisable for you guys to do some prayers, like it can be by your own words like I mentioned. And Yes, for this noble and the sake. So just consider this as a noble cause, okay? Don't consider this as anything else. Yes, what do you call the impregnation is a noble cause, okay? The fetus having a good child is a noble cause. So consider this as a noble cause and a sacred cause, and start performing the prayer, and then you can go ahead with this. Okay, so this is how I wanted to talk to you about the preconception methods, what you can follow according to the Garbhasanskar. Okay. So, is there any questions you have which we can?
Yes. It is a question by Radhika. I want to
Yes.
ask that how can I remove my negative thoughts or lower self confidence because of failure?
Yes, basically, you can practice affirmations. These are something which is very strong. Okay, I know, especially after you have had a failure, you will definitely, no matter what I say, have a positive thought. Practically, it is not possible, right? So that is what it takes some time for you to have that strong mind. So start practicing affirmation. Affirmations are strong words which you just start speaking out in your mind. If you are having a distraction, start speaking out loudly, either in front of the mirror or just sit down at place and start telling, I will have I these affirmations should not have a negative word. It should always have positive words. For example, I can give you some couple of examples. I will have a, a fetus, or I will become pregnant. I will, I will. Okay, rather than just saying I am not going to. See, these are not, no, all these are negative words. Will, have are the positive words. So start making these affirmations in your own words and start speaking out loud. Okay, this will help you for a while. This will, even though, back of your mind, whatever is running, these affirmations carry positive vibrations. Okay, positive vibrations are something which is very, very important. It will have the vibrations on your mind and on your body as well. Okay, so start practicing this, and automatically after 15, just see the change after 15 days or 20 days. You will start noticing the change, and then you can start practicing these 1 minute, 5 minutes of meditation, and start practicing pranayama, and then slowly yoga, and then slowly you will remove those negative thoughts from your mind.
Thank you for watching. For more such videos, do like, share, and subscribe to the First Parents.